Hello, my dear fashion enthusiasts. I am absolutely delighted to welcome you back. I hope you're doing well and that you're settled in comfortably, because today we are diving together into the Jad Hobeika Fall-Winter 2026-2027 Haute Couture show at Paris Fashion Week. This collection marks a real shift away from the house's traditional glamour, moving toward a much more introspective approach. Jad and Jad Hobeika enrich their couture vocabulary with a more contemplative view. Here, the usual opulence steps back, leaving more room for reflection. Under the Parisian spotlights, the contrasting light gradually highlights the sheer richness of the volumes, fabrics, and embroideries. Have you ever wondered what our world would look like if we were discovering it for the very first time? The lines, textures, and embroideries reveal all their complexity look after look. They invite the viewer to rethink what is familiar. To feed this collection, titled The Visitor, the duo drew inspiration from James McCrae's poem, Instructions Before Visiting Earth. No literal illustrations here. Instead, they use a conceptual prism to translate curiosity and the fleeting nature of existence. What stands out is their desire to transform the evening gown into a field of creative exploration. Construction, draping, and embroidery all become vital parts of the collection's narrative. On the runway, the allure is rigorous, dictated by a measured, deliberate pace. The signature silhouette this season lies in the pairing of tulle veils with fluid metallic drapes, all combined with clean column cuts. This creates a shifting, moving posture. It feels as if the garment is literally floating just above the ground. How do you give so much visual weight to lace without ever weighing down the lines of the body? That is one of the show's biggest strengths. The lace goes far beyond a simple decorative role. Through its texture and transparency, it brings depth to the silhouettes, while perfectly dialoguing with the dense embroideries and drapes. You notice it too, right? This technical contrast between the tension of a bodice and the absolute fluidity of the bottom of the gown. The color palette progressively unfolds through blue, from soft, almost gray tones to intense sapphire, all the way to midnight blues bordering on black. The clash of materials opposes the rigid structure of satin, with the lightness of airy skirts, rebroidered with crystal festoons. The play of light models the volumes. While the dense embroideries absorb the light, the fluid silver gown ripples like mercury at the slightest movement. When you look closer at the finishes, the house leaves behind its traditional floral motifs. Instead, we get a miniature fauna. Silver and gold scarabs appear as earrings, while oversized black and gold snails are worn as sculptural ear ornaments. This choice perfectly reinforces the collection's purpose. It invites us to take a fresh look at the most ordinary details of daily life. Would you ever have imagined haute couture applying its savoir-faire to such a singular motif? The show opens with a little black dress. Its hem is weighted down with dangling beads, and a tulle veil wraps the waist, bringing back echoes of the 1920s. The rhythm then evolves into clean column lines, like the strapless dark green mermaid gown, which stands out by its complete absence of ornaments. Finally, we reach the monumental ball gowns, with hips heavily widened by 18th century-inspired panniers, lightly dusted with crystals. But in real life, does it actually work? Let's be honest. While the minimalism of the green mermaid gown shows a perfect mastery of sculptural simplicity, the architectural volumes inspired by the 18th century are hard to adapt to reality. Outside of the runway, these voluminous silhouettes can feel less convincing. Away from the spectacular context of the presentation, they limit movement and clash sharply with the fluidity seen on the cleaner silhouettes. What we take away is the Hobeika's ability to bring real thematic rigor into haute couture. By placing wonder at the heart of their creative process, they extend this philosophy of life carried by the visitor into every single silhouette. This collection proves that the house knows how to link the visual impact of a show to sharp technical execution. An execution that invites us to explore the world in a lighter, more attentive way. What did you think of this choice to replace floral motifs with metalwork pieces of snails and scarabs? And based on your own taste, do you feel that 18th century-inspired pannier structures still have a place in contemporary couture, compared to cleaner lines? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments. I can't wait to read your perspective. Thank you so much for sharing this analysis with me. To sharpen your eye, those silhouettes inspired by 18th century panniers remind us just how much the house loves to reinterpret historical references, all to feed a resolutely contemporary vision of haute couture. Take the time to observe each silhouette, each detail, and each embroidery. It's often there that this collection reveals its true richness. Enjoy the rest of the show, and I will see you very soon for a new analysis.